It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Houston Rockets. Looking at Houston, over the first half of the season, we've gotten a good sense of what this team is capable of. When they're on, which they have been consistently, they are an excellent unit. Tree.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Traffic making its way across the Bay Bridge between San Francisco and our broadcast location tonight, Oakland, California. The Rockets are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Well, guys, we know when you talk about dedication, Chris Paul is among the greatest. Now, he says, I have a scary passion for basketball. I study it, I watch it all day, every day. I'm not the most athletic guy, so I have to use my mind and my knowledge of the game. Kevin, he is a professor out on the floor.
Tremendously competitive with great attention to detail, David. Thanks. Steve, I remember the night you made 7 3-pointers in one quarter. 7 of them in 12 minutes. We're going to see a lot more of that, I think, here tonight.
Yeah, Kevin, now teams are shooting 15, 23s a quarter, and guys are getting up so many attempts. I think you're going to start to see some guys, especially the Steph Currys and Klay Thompsons of the world, that make 10 or 11 in the three once they get extremely hot.
Can you imagine if you played right now? I mean, you'd have the green light from beginning to end.
And I'll probably be a center right now, too, Kevin.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Anderson is the 4 with Capella at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. Got freed up. Nice work off the pit. Thompson's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Warriors.
If you give Thompson any room to breathe, he'll make you look silly.
Anthony with the screen on Curry. Paul kicks to Anthony. Over Durant. Great D that time from Durant. Here's Golden State now. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
And you can be sure they will be counting on their reserves to step up again in a big way.
I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the night. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
3 titles in the last 4 seasons for the Warriors. Dynasty, that word you don't throw around lightly, but we're witnessing one in Golden State.
Thompson outside from deep 3-point range. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Anthony. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. 6 on the shot clock. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock.
Thompson for 3. Good work defensively by Harden.
Yeah, and they're just hitting 20% of their shots. It's a rough start to this game.
Puts it up from 15, and that's off the glass and in. Harden's got his first basket of the night.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Wow, and this is his range. Maybe he was too wide open.
To the middle, here's Paul. AT that time from Curry.
That was against good defense. He tried to sneak it in, though. We've seen him do it plenty of times.
And Cousins kicks to Durant. Cousins with a screen for Durant. Good on the three-point shot. Durant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
It's really nothing you can do to stop that. Durant at his height, he has a quick trigger, and he makes it look easy.
Golden State's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And Harden with the basket on the assist by Paul. Harden's got 5 points so far.
And doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Green, the screen, a shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Oh, okay, it's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Pass to Paul. Back to Capella. Pocket 6. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And that's going to happen. Paul recognizes the imbalance in the defense. Delivers a perfect pass.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Unloads. Off the left rim and out.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Durant, the pass to Cousins. They get it back. Second shot opportunity, and Durant lays it in. 5 points in the game.
Big effort there by Durant, a factor on the offensive boards when that's his focus.
Harden inside the three-point line. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his third assist on the night. The Warriors leading.
You know, when Chris Paul came to the Rockets, a lot of people questioned if he and James Harden would be able to share the ball. Both known for being ball-dominant guards. I think you'd have to say it's worked out pretty well.
You can't guard Chris Paul on these floaters. He knows when to go with it.
Screen by Cousins. Thompson for 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Timeout called, the Rockets. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And I think Chris Paul never comfortable with that ball-dominant label, Greg. He never played with another guard who could create, certainly on the level of Harden.
No doubt about it. I mean, Mo P, J.J. Redick, guys who were great shooters, but really more off-the-ball players. Chris needed to be that kind of a playmaker, but with Harden, he has someone just as gifted at creating baskets for himself and others.
Rockets trail by 4. Gordon kicks to Paul. Shoots over Curry. Misses off the right iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Offline with his 3.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Paul. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Paul's got his second bucket of the game to go.
The result of Paul's awareness of everything around him gets a nice look inside.
Outside Curry. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Rockets trail by 5. Outside Green. Nene, the screen. A nice shot by Tucker.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
1:53 left to play here in the first. Curry way outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Paul kicks to Green. To the inside. Kicks it out to Gordon. Houston moving the ball around, and the shot goes in. 6 points for Chris Paul.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
It's Iguodala with the drive. Great tee that time from Green. Last outing for the Rockets, it was a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Shoots over Cousins, and the rejection by Cousins. The pass to Curry. That 3 off the mark.
You can see the frustration. They hold the lead, but he wants to be able to contribute.
On the wing, Green. He's covered by Iguodala. Nene, the screen. And Chris Paul gets the 3. Paul's got 9.
He's got the touch early. Coach, keep feeding him.
Durant with the screen on Paul. Curry gets the bucket.
I mean, a pull-up Jay, that is awesome to get a chance to see him on the floor, stopping on a dime, and pulling up.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Iguodala against Green, and stolen by Cousins. Passes it to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Here's Gordon, looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Paul. Over Curry. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Warriors lead by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The Warriors, an elite team, obviously. Steph Curry talked about the challenge of being the hunted.
We're a marked team now, so every game we play is going to be, the game. And I like that challenge because I'm just going to bring the best out of us. If we're not 100% locked in and focused every night, we'll get exposed. But on the other hand, when we are locked in and ready to play every single night, we'll get every team's best shot, and hopefully we'll still come out on top, and that'll be a good feeling. So I'm cool with it.
Yep, they welcome the challenge.
And that's where you want to be. They wouldn't have it any other way.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Hot right out of the gate, generating some early confidence and building on that lead.
We've got your Rebco. Livingston is out there with Curry, and it's Durant, and it's Bell in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Warriors' 5. Curry against Paul. Lets it go from deep. Curry can't get it to go. Rockets trail. Shot from 16. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Ennis. And that's now 11 points for Chris Paul.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Curry gets the bucket.
The versatility of Curry in the pick and roll. He can make a play for himself, the roller, or someone else on the perimeter.
Nene, the screen. Paul kicks to Gordon. Nene setting the pick for Gordon. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And that one's good. Durant's got 12.
The wiry strength of Kevin Durant enabling him to guide it home.
Nene outside. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. And for critical calls, we've seen video review used over the last few seasons. Would you like to, Steve, see more or less of that going forward?
I would say less, and the reason why I think it's taken away from the game, the floor, the game, the momentum. I would love to see, kind of like football, we go to a challenge system down the stretch, whether it's one or two challenges a half, and then after that, if you run out of challenges, you just got to go with what the referee called. Some plays I would love to see reviewable, like whether you stepped on the line, out of bounds, or 2 or 3 for three-pointers, or goaltending. Other than that, I would love to go to a challenge system.
Excellent idea. Ryan Anderson is checked in for Gordon. Here's Harden, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
He is definitely disappointed. He couldn't put his team up in front, but at least he knotted this one up.
Taken away by Anthony. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Anderson dishes to Harden. Here's Anthony. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Anthony's got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets. Livingston passes to Jerebko. Livingston with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Poked loose. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Anthony. And it's good off the back rim and in. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Livingston dishes to Bell. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here is Cook. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Sacramento. Kicks it to Jones. Now here's Livingston. He's tightly guarded. They can't stop the run with that one. Rockets leading by 6. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Anthony right side. Faded away to create the space. Anthony's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And just building on to the lead, extending it, trying their best to put this one away.
You sense the game has a number of ways it can go. All you can do is your very best at that moment.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The Rockets pull it in. Anderson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And here's Anthony from the arc. And Jones pulls it down. Warriors trailed by 8. Jerebko kicks to Livingston. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
And he makes the first.
Sean Livingston has really turned his career around, becoming one of those guards that you want to have on your team. He's a luxury because he can handle it and he can post up.
Second free throw, no good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Green, the screen. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for the Warriors. The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first free throw is good.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
Livingston hits both of them. Houston leading by 7. Harden kicks to Ennis. Houston moving the ball around. Screen by Capella. Anthony. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 10 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Here's Jones. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Clint Capella.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
First one falls for him. Steve, how about just getting along? I mean, obviously you want to win and play well, but what about teammates just getting along?
You know, Kevin, I love it because I think there's an expectation if you don't get along, you can't win. There are some teams you can see these two guys don't like each other, and they still win. But then the teams that is sustained for a long time is the teammates that get along. What you want to do is set, goals that's realistic. And if you can do that and obtain that, then you have pretty much a good team.
Houston leading by 8. Anthony sets the pick for Harden. Inside. Shot left block, and the nice bucket inside from Anthony. Anthony's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Here is Cook, guarded by Harden. No good on the 3.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Outside, Jones. Down low. Here's Green. Lays it up and banks it in. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not the tallest power forward in the league, but Draymond Green carving out space.
Anthony sets the pick for Harden. It's stolen by Jerebko. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Stops, pops. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Cook. Houston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. And there's the foul. It's on Quinn Cook. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Jones. Iguodala comes in for Jerebko. And it's Klay Thompson in for Sean Livingston.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And it's Gordon missing. Warriors trail by 8. Thompson in the corner. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Tucker's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
He was red hot in the first quarter. Hit 3 threes. Now suddenly struggling to find the range.
And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And for the matchup with the Sixers, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And it's Thompson again missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
It's stolen by Green. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Thompson for three. Again, the miss by Thompson.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
On the wing, Eric Gordon. He's covered by Iguodala. And Tucker has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark. Warriors trail by 8. Here's Cook. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Cook's got his second bucket of the night. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Well, the explosive moments, the quick change of direction, a lot of stress put on the body.
Chris Paul's checked in for the Rockets. There's 57 seconds left here in the second. Gordon up on top. He's covered by Thompson. Gordon, the pass to Paul. Six to shoot. Ball's knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Golden State's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Well, the truth is, he probably makes this shot a little more often than he should, so it's hard to resist.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
The Rockets have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bell's checked in. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Thompson with the bucket.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Gordon kicks to Paul. Shoots a fader. No good on that one. Curry way outside. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Rockets ahead. They lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. With Draymond Green, Draymond rebounding a bit of a struggle. How do you improve that?
Hit your man, get 5 guys to the boards. Guards get in there and clean up those boards that's loose, but our big guys got to hold our mans off, and we've been doing that this half.
We'll see if all 5 can get you more boards in that second half, Dre. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. A stellar first half for Carmelo Anthony. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and 6 rebounds. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy. And then...
That's all for now.
As we return to Oracle Arena, we get a glimpse of the commuters on BART, the public transportation system here in the Bay Area. Bay Area Rapid Transit. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Rockets, Anderson is the 4 with Capella at the 5. Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Gordon missing. Warriors trailed by 5. Thompson in the corner. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Thompson's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Warriors. Ball against Curry. A Baseline Jay. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Rockets lead by 4.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Durant kicks to Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row. Well, at the start of the summer, many expected a busy market for Capella in free agency. Eventually, though, signing a 4-year deal to remain with the Rockets. I feel like it's a great deal for Houston as Capella gives them the perfect inside presence to complement Harden and Paul.
Rockets are gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Down low. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Capella's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Green inside, working on Anderson. Green, no luck.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
Outside Anthony. He kicks to Paul. Anderson the screen. Here's Gordon, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And sometimes innovations can bring you back to where you started, Steve. Could we see that with post play in the future?
You know, I don't know if it'll be a lot of post play from dominant bigs. I think the post play will come back a little bit more in the form of a lot of these smaller guards are posting up a little bit more than they did, I would say, in the last 5 or 6 years.
No doubt about it. He's been a monster from deep.
By and large, defenders have done a poor job of running him off his spots. That's why he keeps firing.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. The Rockets making a switch here. Ennis is checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Capella with a screen on Thompson. Here's Ennis. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
A shot by Curry, no good. Houston in the lead. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. That's good from Paul on the assist by Ennis.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this lead.
Green, the screen. Durant way outside. Connects from three-point range. Durant's got it all tied up now for the Warriors. Timeout called the Rockets. And you think about how the Warriors attracted Kevin Durant to the team and all these all-stars coexisting. It doesn't always work like that, does it?
No, and I give a lot of credit to Steph Curry, a 2-time league MVP, but he never lets his ego get the best of him. His good-natured calm and sense of serenity kind of set the tone and maybe balance a bit of what Draymond brings to the locker room.
Damian Jones is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Moment here now for an injury report. And let's get an update on James Harden's injury. David, any news there?
The guys, I was able to talk with Houston's head athletic trainer about his status. And the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. He won't return for this game, and depending on the final prognosis, he may miss a number of games before making a return. I'll let you know more details as soon as I find them out. Kevin?
Thanks for checking in, DA. Injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
And he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
I just hate seeing this, but no need to jump the gun. Let's see what it turns out to be.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for the Rockets.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Stolen by Durant. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And that one hits back iron. Rockets trail by 5. Quinn Cook's checked in for Steph Curry. And a change for the Rockets. Nene's checked in. And here's Anthony for 3. Here's Green. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. You know, Greg, you hear that since Kevin Durant moved to the Bay Area, he's wasted no time making connections and investments in Silicon Valley.
It's interesting. He's reined in his endorsements by over half, but he's so inquisitive. I think meeting these tech luminaries and learning from them was part of the allure of the Golden State, and not what we're accustomed to seeing from him at all from the free throw line.
In midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Durant's got 8 points in the quarter. Rockets trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
That one, no good. Excellent D that time from Jones. Durant, the pass to Green. Out to Thompson. Dishes it to Cook. Green with a screen for Thompson. And another 3 for Golden State.
Another triple. And that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Timeout called the Rockets. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
You know, they worked hard, they drew fouls, but they just couldn't convert at the line.
And it's one of those things that can deflate your team. After all that effort, you want points.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Jordan Bell's checked in for Jones. Iguodala comes in for Green. And Jerebko is subbed in for Cook. Durant, the pass to Iguodala. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Anthony, that's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
I just hate seeing this, but no need to jump the gun. Let's see what it turns out to be.
Michael Carter-Williams checked in for Anthony. Hands it from downtown.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Rockets trail by 9. Green with a screen on Thompson. Carter-Williams kicks to Nene. It's stolen by Bell. They're running. Stolen by Nene. Outside Gordon. Up top, Carter-Williams. Houston moving it around. From deep, Green. Second shot opportunity. And Nene with the lay-in. Good. Nene's got his second basket.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. Right side, Durant. Over Green. Durant, no good. Rockets trail by 7. Okay, time now for an injury report. Now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Steph Curry's doing. David?
Well, Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Rockets. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. This injury could be devastating for them. This is a team that had title hopes, Kevin, and this is not what they need.
Thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon. Carter-Williams, the pass to Nene. Left side, Gordon. Nene setting the pick for Green. Nene outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Carter-Williams. From outside, off the mark. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on an 18-6 run. Thompson misses. Rockets trail by 9. On the wing, Green. He's covered by Iguodala. Nene, the screen. Shoots off the screen. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Green's got 8.
Excellent use of the screen there to free himself up and create space to make the open J.
It's Bell on the wing. Pass to Jerebko. Puts up a 3, and the 3 ball is good. And the Warriors lead by 10.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
The call will go against Jerebko. That's his first foul. Gordon against Thompson. And here's Gordon. 6 points for him. With 1 on the clock. No good. And so it's the Golden State Warriors going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Warriors leading by 10. And it's time for an injury report. Now let's get an injury update on Carmelo Anthony from our David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Rockets' head athletic trainer. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. He's definitely out for the rest of tonight, and he'll probably need some recovery time beyond that. Guys, back to you.
Thanks for checking in, DA. Injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
And he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. Iguodala out there with Bell, and it's Cousins in at the center. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Gentlemen. They get Stephen Curry. Steve, you know there are so many ways you can impact the game at crunch time, but there are certain guys, as you also know, that thrive on taking that last shot.
Yeah, Damian Lillard is one of those guys. They call it Dame time. James Harden, Kyrie, you look at Steph Curry. These guys have the basketball in their hands. They want to take the last shot. Kevin Durant, the great Russell Westbrook, they want it in their hands to be able to decide the outcome of the game, and they want it all on their shoulders.
Here's Capella, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And the 6'11" Clint Capella, just a phenomenal athlete. The mobility at that center spot is something really so crucial in today's game, where every team is looking to expose big men on the perimeter.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. And a switch here also for Houston. James Ennis will check in for Green. And that one's good. Green.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
And Capella grew up in Switzerland playing soccer, a striker. Part of why he's so quick on his feet.
I mean, reminiscent of another soccer-playing center in Rockets history, the great Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Capella, you know, he's a long way from that, but anchoring a 60-win team at age 23, that's one heck of a start.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. Timeout called, the Rockets. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to run him off his spots out there. He is rolling.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, Iguodala signing an extension with the Warriors in the summer of 2017. He did not come cheap. 3 years and $48 million.
Well, I guess he sacrificed enough. He comes off the bench. They ask him to guard everybody. He earned that payday.
And while Iguodala might not be the star of any team he's on, he's always going to be a major contributor because he does so many things well on both ends.
And Cousins comes over to help. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And the Warriors with possession here. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Screen by Cousins. Here's Curry. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Knowing the defense wants to play him physical, Curry prepares for that mentally and makes them pay.
Anderson, a screen on Curry. Ennis kicks to Anderson. The pass to Capella. Capella sets a screen for Gordon. Ennis in the corner. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Green, the screen. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 21.
Had that one in his sights, too. His 5th triple of the game, second this half.
Ennis kicks to Capella. There's the pick. Back to Ennis. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 6. They get it back. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Anderson the screen. Goes back up. No good there. Great tee that time from Green. Warriors leading by 18. And Thompson kicks to Curry. No good on the triple. Rockets have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Nene outside. Capella with a screen on Iguodala. Out to the right wing. That's tipped. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Drops in the tray.
Really smoking the nets now after a difficult time shooting in the first half.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor, but that does take a lot of discipline.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Golden State. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Green, the screen. It's stolen by Ennis. Gordon with no one around. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Ennis has got his 5th assist in this one. And Curry, here we go. Fires from deep. And it's Durant missing. Rockets trail by 13. Now Ennis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And it goes on Draymond Green, and the first one drops. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Josh Smith. And Ennis drops them both. Warriors leading by 11. Outside Durant. Down low, Green. And Green slams it in.
I love how Durant keeps his eyes up, scanning for someone with a better look.
Houston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Ennis passes to Capella. He dishes it to Gordon. Sinks the triple. Gordon's got 5 points in the quarter.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, reason why they have found their shooting stroke. Their offense is clicking.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Houston. Golden State's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Curry is inside. Guarded by Green. Green dishes to Thompson. Green with a screen on Gordon. And Curry has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
Houston making a switch here. Ennis is checked in. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Green kicks to Capella. Green, the screen. Here's Gordon. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Gordon's got 9 points now in just the second half. Curry passes to Cousins. Back to Curry. Over Green. Curry can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 11. Now here's Ennis. Gordon, the pass to Anderson. Houston moving it around. Capella sets a screen for Gordon. And Anderson has it in the corner. And another 3 for Houston.
How about the quickness of that release from Anderson on that triple? What a quick trigger. And to have a big man with his kind of accuracy from deep, it's a nice weapon to have.
Thompson way outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 10 assists here tonight. So active.
I see you, young fella. Nice answer there.
Trading bombs from beyond the arc. It's getting personal.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rush. There's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
.156 left in the fourth quarter. Gordon kicks to Green. Anderson, a screen on Curry. And stolen by Cousins. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And the wide open shot from Green. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 16th rebound on the night. The drive by Green. Ennis has got space. Gets to the corner and buries it. Ennis has got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
It's Durant on the wing. Outside, Green. Back to Durant. Durant drawing the double team. 5 to shoot. And Cousins gets it to go.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Warriors.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Klay Thompson.
You know, as the game tonight evolved, he really put the team on his back. He was aggressive, effective, and the defense, they weren't able to adjust.
Cousins with a screen for Durant. High arcing shot. Green, no luck. Here's Houston now.
And unfortunately, it's time for them to say night-night.
There's some big-time teaching moments tonight. Hopefully, they become a better team for it.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. Both free throws good from Green. And so they choose to intentionally foul. they've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
That's the first. That makes it a 7-point lead.
Curry's gotten physically tougher, which can help you become mentally tougher. And the thing you like about him is he likes to put in the work.
Timeout called the Rockets. They trail by 8. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, it's a dejected group of guys. I mean, they've got a lot of pride, and just hadn't happened for them here tonight.
The most important thing to remember, it's not over, but they have to step up on both ends to have a chance.
Capella, the pass to Ennis. At the top of the key, Capella. And Tucker kicks to Green. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. From deep three-point range, can't get it to fall. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Kevin Durant. It seems like even with some adversity thrown your way, you guys find a way.
When we're moving the basketball, you know, we're just relying on each other. And, you know, we're just believing in each other, man. No matter what, we just stick together.
It was very obvious that that was the case. Thanks, KD. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time